This week on Gadget Gurus, we're going to talk about a wireless induction charging unit that allows you to charge your Wiimotes, and Jacob's going to review that for us, along with a couple news stories that I handpicked today. One is a heart rate monitor that allows you to keep track of fitness and things. I want to talk a little bit about iPhone apps and Android apps that allow you to do that, as well as a new Toshiba tablet. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about Autodesk 123D, even though we've already talked about that. But Gadget picked up the story today, which makes it awesome. And Jacob's joining us via an undisclosed location.
It's my house.
Oh, you just gave it away. Anyway, all this and more on Gadget Gurus.
Oh, yeah. This episode of Gadget Gurus is episode 55. It's Monday, June 13th, 2011. Let's do some gadgets.
That worked out pretty well, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, even though I was sort of like, oh, crap, my little...
Oh, wow.
I had it like hovered over the time so that I was like...
It doesn't work near as well if I don't bring it back down.
Oh, you are a horrible
but
person.
There we are. It's all good now. So, Jacob, how are you doing today?
I am great on this Monday. Yeah.
Let's get the double box so we can... So, Jacob, you picked up a pretty cool gadget this week, and you sent it to me. Was it yesterday or this weekend, anyhow?
It would have been...
I think it was yesterday.
Sunday,
yes. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But just to let you guys know, a couple gadgets. I got my laptop in. We're going to be reviewing that, as well as this camera, which is a pretty awesome camera that I picked up just now. Well, not just now, but a couple minutes... 20 minutes, 30, 40, 50, an hour, I don't know, sometime. I picked it up about an hour ago from Best Buy, and it's probably not looking its best because, I didn't do too much work on it. It works good for, when we need to do some things when Jacob's not in the studio. And one more thing, Jacob, I need to critique this because for some reason it's not working too well. But I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I set up this newsletter. And we're gonna...
I haven't even looked at that. I looked at it and then I noticed that it was 3 pages. I was like, I gotta look at this later.
Well, it doesn't matter, but the real issue is it hasn't shipped yet. Nobody's gotten it yet. And we're using Tiny Letter, which I've heard is a really cool application. And you can go to pbcasttv.com/newsletter to subscribe. But I contacted the folks over at Tiny Letter, have not gotten a response yet, but hopefully they will get it resolved. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I set it up on Friday. But anyhow, I think that's going to be pretty cool. And you can head over there. We're not going to spam you. Trust me. Well, actually, we may. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I will sell your information for gold.
Yes, Smoothie. All you have to do is type in your email, and then it sends you a confirmation in your inbox to keep spammers away and stuff. And then you click that link. And that'll take you, it'll say, okay, now you're ready to go. Pretty easy. Tiny Letter's awesome if it worked. I've heard a lot of good things about them. But hey, hopefully it's going to work pretty soon. Maybe. I don't know. Also, one more thing. We're waiting for Apple to approve our iTunes video feeds. I've got all those set up. Everything should work as long as iTunes says, hey, this works pretty well. So... just playing the waiting game right now, but when we get more info on that, I will let you guys know. And hopefully, maybe by Saturday, we will be in the iTunes store. I don't know. So, Jay, you have a gadget for us this week. Why don't we go ahead and jump into that gadget?
Okay. So my gadget for the week
Bum, bum, bum.
Let me take my remotes off of it. What? Remotes?
Remote? Say what?
The Energizer charging pad.
Charging pad?
Yes. It uses induction charging. And it will do 2 Wii remotes. It's actually pretty cool how it does it. It comes with some batteries. Let me show you the battery. It also comes with 2 white and 2 black little plates. Because it makes the battery part real thin where it puts the battery. so it can get as close as possible to the charging thing. But this is the battery. Whoa. Skype is backwards.
I know.
That's messed up. Stop it, Skype. No. No.
Don't be backwards.
No. So this is the battery. Looks sort of like a regular charging battery, except for this. It has like a magnet here, and it has like this like little like coil. So what you do? Oh, by the way, I picked this up at Walmart.
Yes.
You can get them at most any electronics store that sells Wii accessories. $29. Not bad.
Really?
Yes.
I'm looking at some online, and they're a lot more than that. We can talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. So you put it in. There's like only like one way to like stick it in, and apparently I'm sticking it in the wrong way. There you go, plugged in, and then you take their little Energizer
Backplate.
It even says Energizer on it. Stick that on there, and then what you do? What you need to do?
What you need to do?
It's actually magnetized, so.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
I can almost get it to stay on there. It's not that strong of a magnet, but see how it's got like a little red thing, and it will charge, and then it'll turn green when it's charged.
Huh.
And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty awesome.
It'll actually take 2 Wii remotes.
2 Wiimotes. So where'd you get this at? Don't they have? We looked at these at Best Buy earlier. Did you?
I got it at Walmart, like I said.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
And let's see, when you pick it up, then the light goes off.
Huh.
You put it back on, light comes back on. See, now that one's actually charged. It's red at the beginning because like it's testing the battery, but these are both charged.
Cool.
So yeah, and I think if you leave them on there, it'll like turn it on and off and kind of like keep them conditioned.
Yeah.
So that like you're not like constantly charging your lithium battery and overcharge it or something and die. But I like it. I don't really like the fact that it doesn't have a rubberized grip. I understand that it can't just because of the induction process to get the best charge. They got to be as close as possible to the thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty cool. $29.
Yeah, so I'm looking at some on Amazon here, and
oh, and it plugs in with just this little standard little wall plug.
That's cool.
So.
See, now I like this because if you guys recall, I'm pretty sure we reviewed a product called the Power Mat, which is a very cool product in itself, and they were doing like this wireless charging, I guess about a year and a half ago. But the cool thing about this is, and Power Mat always talked about this. I haven't checked up on them lately, so I really don't know if they're doing this. But I like the fact that you can just insert like your own like they make a proprietary, or not a proprietary, but their own battery that works with this charging unit, and you don't have to have like a case or anything on there. Like that was always my issue with the Power Mat is if you want to charge your iPhone, you had to have the Power Mat case to charge your iPhone, and it had like this big bulky like plate on the back of it, which was horrible, you know. So, yeah. I like the fact that you can just like insert a battery and it works. And I'm looking at some here on Amazon, right around that same price. They've got them anywhere from $30 to $25. And I don't know if this is just somebody messed up on their Photoshop here, but I know, Jep, I don't think you can see the video, but they've got a rubberized...
Oh, I can see the video.
Oh, you can. They've got a rubberized grip on there.
Yeah, that is not accurate.
That's what I thought too.
Well, actually, it might actually be, though. Because you can put the rubberized thing over this, and it would probably still charge.
Yeah.
Let's see how far you can pull this thing away before it... Yeah, dude, you can, like, pull this thing away pretty far.
And I'm also seeing on Amazon that if you need these capabilities, you can do four Wiimotes as well.
Yeah, check this junk out. Hold on a sec. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Let's go in for the close-up.
Close-up action.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, check this junk out. Now, I don't know if you can see the light. Not really. Here, let me hold it up here. Okay, see the light? Now watch how far. I'll tell you when the light goes off. I'll promise. The light went off right there. So I can get about that far away from it, and it still charges. So you could actually, like, put some massive thing on there if you want it.
I'm actually kind of a fan of those little gel things. I think they originally came with, like,
I hate those gel things with a passion of 1,000 fires.
Really? You don't like those?
I hate them.
Yeah, and like I said, on Amazon, they do have... I think I would just go with the 2 because the 2 charging, because it's, like Jep said, it's only like 25 to $30 when you can get the... Jep's taking a hit from that monster there.
This episode of Gadget Gurus is brought to you by Monster Energy Drinks.
Yes. I wish. No. I'm looking at Walmart right now. You got to make sure you get the... Oh, this is the 4. Okay, never mind. This is the 4 one. So the 4... I mean, it's essentially double. It's $50 on Walmart's website. So, yeah. Pretty awesome. Here's another close-up picture that I was going to show that Jacob sent me on Twitter of him actually using it in action. Now, that's on your mantle, right? So is that where it's going to usually sit, like right there?
Yeah, that's where the old one sat. So
that's where the new one's going to sit. I don't know. Didn't you used to have like a cradle or one of those cradles that you charge them in?
Yeah, I used to have one that had the contacts on the battery pack.
Yeah.
That didn't work very well at all.
Yeah. I've always thought about Energizer makes some pretty cool accessories for the Xbox 360 and PS3 as well. They have charging cradles that hold the well, let me see if I can get it, but they have charging cradles that hold the controllers for the Xbox 360, and that's pretty cool because, you know, the Xbox 360 uses AA's unless you put one of those rechargeable battery packs on there. And,
which I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got that new remote.
Yeah.
I've got the just the battery, the insert battery things that they... Let me see if I can find this real quick. Xbox 360. But Energizer is pretty big in this space because I've seen a couple of them. So $25, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. So
oh yeah, here it is.
I
Sorry.
liked it. So that's all that matters, right?
Right. There you go. See how it kind of raises them up? This one actually has one for Bluetooth as well, but that's made by Energizer. That's why I wanted to show you, because it looks cool. So yeah. All right, Jet, let's jump into some of these news stories here. And the first one is... Oh,
and Smoothie, hold on. Smoothie asked me what my rating was on it.
Oh, we're doing ratings.
And I say, I mean, I don't really see any problem with it, so I'd give it 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
If it was a 5 skill. This isn't Fab Lab, so I can't say 5 blabs.
5
that would be a difficulty skill. So I'm going to say 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 with a half a blab. Or maybe no blab. Maybe a half.
Yeah, literally you plug it in the wall and put your remotes on it.
We may have to rate that a half a blab. Just
no, we don't have a graphic for that, so I'm going to say 1 blab.
Okay, 1 blab.
Even though this is not Fab Lab.
So our first story here, I found it on Engadget. This is pretty cool, and I've been tracking some of these different devices. It's a heart rate monitoring belt that uses Bluetooth 4, and it's pretty cool. Now, Jeff, I don't know if you follow this too much, but there's a couple different applications, and there's an application on Android that's really cool. It's called Runkeeper, and I use it because I run a lot, and it tracks you via your GPS, and it's pretty accurate. I think I
signed up on their website, and
Runkeeper? Really?
Yeah. They keep on emailing me. They're like, "You haven't ran in a long time." I'm like, "No, shut up."
I mean, they've added cycling and canoeing and a bunch of different other running or activities, but they announced earlier this year that they were going to get into more of the Fitbit space, so they're going to make accessories that like interface with their app. Yes, you can do cycling on Runkeeper. Because it doesn't use like is it a pedometer? Is that the walking thing? Pedometer, yeah.
Pedophile or mometer.
Yeah, something like that. But it doesn't like track your motion. It actually tracks you on a GPS, so it uses like Google Maps or something.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Well, this thing, there's a bunch of different ones of these. Most of them you wear while you're asleep. I know the Fitbit you wear during the day, but the WakeMate you wear while you sleep, and it has like a gyroscope inside of it, or a what's the? I guess it is a gyroscope or an accelerometer.
Yeah.
And it allows the application to track your movement in turn, saying, "Hey, you slept
3D movement."
Yeah, and you slept pretty good, like from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. But then, like at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., you woke up and you were tossing and turning and stuff. But yeah, I really want to try to WakeMate because they have an Android application, and
that'd be sweet because I don't like the apps that are like stick your phone on your bed.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
and then I'm
janky.
gonna lay on it and break it or something.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that either, but I mean, if it uses Bluetooth, you could keep it on your nightstand or something like that, and not have to worry about like knocking your phone off or anything.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But this heart rate monitor, it's just another one of those products, you know. And I'll put this in the show
Well, that's
notes.
cool that they threw that in there. Like they just didn't make it where it just monitors your heart rate. They got like movement and junk, and you can run with it, and
Yeah,
that's sweet.
yeah, pretty cool. Now, Jay, I want to, even if these aren't like too exciting, I do want to track some of the new tablets because you and I are looking into some of the
I want
honeycomb
one
tablets.
just slightly bigger than the tab,
Really?
just slightly.
Can you turn down your audio just a little bit?
Oh, sorry. Let me put it back where I was at. Is that better?
Maybe.
I like to yell extremely loud into the
No.
microphone.
No, I mean like your computer audio.
Oh,
Yeah. No, your microphone audio is fine.
hold on.
Yeah, it
Wait
is.
for
It's
it.
kind of looping.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh,
And
gosh.
I did see. Wait, are you talking about the original tab, the 7-inch tab?
Maybe I'm talking about something completely different.
Well, are the new Galaxy Tab is 10.1 inches, and that seems. I mean, 10.1 that's bigger than the iPad, so I think I would like that. I don't know.
Is that better?
That's a lot better. What I was saying is the new Galaxy Tab that I talked about was going to be released this week. It's 10.1 inches, and I want to look at that
Yeah.
one. I want to try
That's
that.
pretty sweet. That's a cool size for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want something that's slightly bigger than my phone that acts just like my phone.
Yeah.
You know, I want something that's a little bit bigger that maybe has a different interface that actually utilizes the tablet side of Android and not like just the phone side.
Yep. The reason I put this in here is because it's would be kind of cool to track the development of this. It's the Nokia, the Toshiba Thrive. It's available for pre-order now, and it starts at $430, and it'll ship in mid-July.
Oh, and it's got the little webcam on there.
Yeah, it's got a webcam, and it's also got these cool little back plates. That you can...
I didn't like the Asus Icona tablet.
Yeah, that thing. I think it's pretty decent hardware, but like it looks weird. It looks like
I didn't like it because it had the webcam sort of doesn't really point at your face.
Oh, really?
Like they didn't tilt that thing into center at all. Like, it's mounted way over here, for example.
Yeah.
It points like straight, like hold on,
Yeah,
straight
so-
back.
Like the
So,
screen's not going to be in front of your face.
Yeah, you're holding the screen like this, looking straight on at the screen, and your face is like over here.
Yeah.
I'm
That
like,
sucks.
you guys need to like tilt that or something.
Now, you and I got a little bit of time to play with the honeycomb, at least one honeycomb tablet. We played with the Zoom at Best Buy. You were having some issues with the.
It can pull up Wikipedia pretty well, though.
Yeah, it does do Wikipedia very well, actually.
We were trolling. We were opening up Debbie Does Dallas Wikipedia pages on every computer that had internet access. It was hilarious.
Oh gosh, that was pretty funny. But overall, Honeycomb's pretty cool. I think it feels like it's not unresponsive, but it's got like almost too many effects. Like it does like
I didn't like the buttons at the bottom, like how that's all done.
The only thing I do credit Google with doing is having standard buttons and saying, if they are going to go the software buttons, please make them all the same. You know, I mean, I'm not
like software buttons.
Yeah,
It feels gaudy.
that's always been the cool thing I liked about my Android phone is the hardware. Well, not really hardware because mine are capacitive, but the dedicated buttons.
Yeah.
And it's something I had to
at least have those buttons and maybe make them like OLED or something. Make it cool or something. Where you can make your own like little image and stick it there if you want it or something. I don't know.
Now the Thrive is still. I think if you're going to use Honeycomb, you got to use these software buttons. Well, I guess you wouldn't have to, but it's got a 1280 by 800 resolution, dual cameras, a 5 megapixel on the back and a 2 megapixel on the front, a gigabyte. A gigabyte of RAM, 230, or not 230, 23. What would that be? Watt hours, I guess. WHR battery. Seems pretty big.
Oh yeah.
You can add a splash of color for $20.
That's actually really good. That would be a 3,300 milliamp hour battery.
That's what it says. I mean, that's pretty good.
Well, I mean, also this is a bigger tablet, so I don't know if that would be a better battery or not.
It's got HDMI, USB 2. Wow, that's kind of cool. It's got a USB 2.0 port built right in and SD card slots. Now this kind of doesn't feel right. It's an 8 gigabyte model for $430, and the 16 is $480. So I don't know. I mean, I guess $499 for the 16 gig iPad, and you're paying $480 for this Thrive. That's pretty comparable.
I don't understand why they're so expensive.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You got a tablet. I mean, you got a netbook, okay?
Yeah.
That costs like $250, $300.
$300 is like pushing like netbook range. Like you're getting a pretty nice netbook for $300.
Yeah. I mean, my HP was like $350.
Yeah.
But I got like really nice stuff on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are these tablets that are, I would think, like almost basically netbooks that just have a touchscreen? I understand the touchscreen aspect of it, but it's like, I don't know. I would think they'd be like $100 cheaper.
Yeah, I don't think the Zoom is not worth the money for the hardware. I'm sorry, it's too plasticky. Like, I mean, it's decent hardware for like $399 or something like that. You know, like I would pay $399 for Zoom hardware. I mean, at least the iPad is aluminum, but that's still. I mean, I don't think it's. I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that, especially like these Android tablets. They're gonna start trying to. The only thing I'm kind of watching for is they're going to try to subsidize these Android tablets and make you pay like out the door for just Wi-Fi. I mean, that's what they've been doing right now. The Zoom, it took them like 2 or 3 months to even release a Wi-Fi, and then like it was still inherently more expensive than the iPad. So we'll see how it goes. One more thing I'm tracking is this HP tablet that they've got coming out. I know it's running WebOS, but I'm interested to just try it out at least. Because WebOS at its core is Linux, so yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the WebOS the HP hardware and the Palm hardware. I don't know. Like nowadays, I don't really want a physical keyboard, and if I get a physical keyboard, it's gonna be like a lot bigger and like a lot bigger screen. Like I don't think I could go back to a 3.2-inch screen now. Could you? I mean, maybe 3.6 or 3.7 like the iPhone, but
I don't know. I'm more of like a, and I don't. The tablet would be basically just a fun toy.
Yeah,
it's not going to be something that's like really that useful.
Yeah,
I guess for me at least, because I mean, I can do everything I want to on my phone or I'm at the computer. I don't spend much time where I'm like traveling or something, or I have like this time where I'm like, oh, let me pull up my tablet. You know, like where'd you have that? In my back pocket.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to be lugging around like a man purse or something.
I've always said this, and I mean, for me, it's true. At least I have to plan to bring my iPad out, and that's something that I mean, it's fine, but it's not something I'm just going to be like, oh, there's my iPad. Let me grab it real quick. I mean, I have to. Most of the time, I'm going to have like a case on it or something that adds bulk. I'm gonna have to like either throw it in a backpack or keep up with it in my hands, which is not optimal, you know. And Carlo had I wouldn't call it a heated discussion, but he had I mean, he was going at it a little bit with the guys from Tech Webcast, and Brad was saying, well, I can do everything I want on my iPad. And Carlo was saying, well, as a matter of fact, my iPad's just a toy, you know? I mean, it's cool and all, but I kind of agree with
At the end of the day, will it run Crysis?
No. And then Brad was like, well, you can game on it, but you're like, well, I mean, I can't, not really. I mean, I can play Farmville, but,
yeah.
you know.
I mean, you're not going to go play, like, Metroid Prime or something on your iPad.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know why you would be playing. Like, if you're a gamer, I would gear it towards, like, you know, okay, can I play Portal on this? I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Of course, they're running the tablets as these, like, not even netbooks. They're running them as, like, this in-between between a smartphone and a netbook. And
for price or, like, just marketability?
No, for, like, features.
Oh, okay.
Okay? A netbook, you could run Windows on it. You can run Linux on it.
I mean, you can run OS X on some netbooks. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want.
It's like, okay, it's still a computer.
Yeah.
It might not have as much power, but my HP runs pretty good. So, I mean, when tablets were around before, they were actual computers.
And you can still buy them, but, I mean, that's not the market now. Yeah.
But it's like $2,000 for an actual real tablet.
Yeah, but that kind of made... I mean, that kind of made sense to me, a tablet computer that's got, like, a Core i5 processor in it being $2,000. Like, I
know.
That makes sense to me.
Like, but what I'm saying is, like, maybe they should not have these called tablets. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe just because I'm used to a tablet being this thing that is like a computer that, I don't know. Yeah. I'm confused.
It's weird how the market has gone. Because, yes. I mean...
We're calling things that are less power the same thing.
Yeah. I mean...
Which, I mean, I guess you can still do that with... See, like, what I'm saying, a laptop.
Yeah.
If you have a laptop, if you went out right now and bought any laptop,
or notebook,
that is a relatively powerful computer.
Right.
Okay? If you went out and bought a netbook, that is an underpowered computer. That can't do something that a laptop could do.
Yeah.
If I went out 5 years ago and bought a tablet, it would be a relatively powerful computer. Okay? I mean, not in the sense of now, but you know what I'm saying back then.
Yeah, I got you.
If I go out and buy a tablet now it's this like little weblet notebook thing.
Yeah.
It's like a netbook tablet. You know, like it's not even you can't it almost can't even carry the name netbook because it doesn't even have like the ability to do that, you know?
Yeah. See, for one thing, I didn't live through I wasn't old enough, like, I'm not saying like this, but I'm like, I didn't live through the time where I would be purchasing a tablet notebook rather than a tablet, but I understand where you're coming from because it's not the same at all. I mean, you can't do...
Well, see, like, I had that IBM ThinkPad.
Right.
That was the X41 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then it, took a dump or whatever. But it was a laptop. It had a keyboard, fold-out screen. Then you could take the screen, rotate it, fold it back down, and it had a Wacom tablet built into the screen, and you could go and do whatever you wanted to on it.
That's pretty cool.
It was kind of underpowered, but it was still more powerful than a netbook. You know?
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. They're starting to make Android devices and stuff like that more powerful, almost rivaling laptops.
Well, but
they're still on this. They're still on this breadboard chipset. That's a single chip. There is no modules to this single motherboard chipset. That's what the difference is between these. Like if you had which technically what we are considering tablets now were called slates back in the day.
Yeah.
a tablet was something that could convert from a laptop to a tablet. That's why it was like a hingeable thing that could, you know. But a slate would have been the actual one without any foldables or physical keyboard or anything like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I like my iPad. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty cool, but I don't know. I think we're at a time right now where, like, I shouldn't be able to...
This is my portable
Yeah.
device.
Yeah.
If I was a student, okay,
Yeah.
I'd love a tablet. That'd be sweet.
Yes.
But I'm not. Oh, you stupid retard thing.
So, let me just say this real quick. I mean, I bought, like, this is something we're going to review next week or in the coming weeks. I bought a Dell Inspiron 14R. It's a quad-core i3 processor, 4 gigs of RAM. It was under $500. I bought my iPad. It was about $500, okay? Now, which one has more power? Which one am I going to take with me if I need to do anything besides, like, tweet and read email? My Dell. And, like, Carlo was...
You really almost wouldn't want to limit yourself to a tablet like that.
No.
Because what if you wanted to do something else besides just look at Facebook or play Angry Birds, you know?
Yeah. And almost always I'm going to not want to do that. You know. So anyway, I'm interested in the tablet market because they're cool.
Oh yeah.
But
it's a cool little gadget to have.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's a gadget.
Yes.
It's not going to replace my desktop. It's not going to replace my phone.
Someone that wants a laptop is not going to go out and buy a tablet. And if you do, you just don't even know what's going on.
Well, see, this is the only issue that Carlo had. Last thing, we won't go any further.
Okay.
Carlo said, well, I mean, you know, whatever. Carlo said he had a problem with people like Lee Laporte and Chris Pirillo recommending to people that say they do email, they do Facebook, they watch YouTube videos saying, "Oh yeah, iPad is great for you." When you could go out and buy a Windows 7 machine like mine for $500. I mean, I can do anything on this computer. It's powerful enough to do whatever I want. Like I could edit video even in, you know, like Adobe Premiere or whatever. iPad, you're going to play Farmville all day. I mean,
yeah.
But, you know, I mean,
it's like a simpler thing.
Yeah. And I'll say this real quick. My grandmother has an iPad. She loves it, but she still has a laptop. And, I mean, you know, it's not a great laptop, but it's like a $400 laptop. And she still prefers it to, like, type out emails and stuff. But, I mean, I don't know. I think if anything, iPad and laptop coincide together. They don't replace each other. If anything, a laptop replaces tablet, but tablet doesn't replace laptop. So, yeah. And then Chris Pirillo, Carlo sent him an email or something, or on Twitter or something. He's like, dude, why are you doing this? People are going to not like you, or, you know, whatever. This is not right. You shouldn't do this. And he blocked Carlo. So I guess we know how he stands.
Oh, for
critiquing him. Like he was saying, it's not really a good idea for you to tell people that instead of getting a laptop for the same price to get an iPad.
Yeah.
You know? And Carlo loves his iPad. I mean, Carlo probably loves his iPad more than like anybody else I know, but he sees the real truth in this matter. So, Jeff, let's talk about something that is near and dear to your heart, and probably something we should cover on Pinocchio, our Fab Lab show, which is all about DIY and 3D production and stuff. And Gadget picked up this story today. They were talking about Autodesk 123D. It's a solid modeling software. It hit beta this week. Hobbyists cheer for the $0 price tag. And we've talked a little bit about this, but I mean, Jeff, you said that some of your projects you're going to start trying to design in this, right? I know
I'm going to try to.
Yeah, I know it's limited, but I mean, it is free. So
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Substantially easier just to open up Inventor and just do it.
Yeah.
They don't have some of the features to where like I can import stuff from other places, so that kind of makes it kind of difficult to. It's great for somebody that's designing something from scratch, but bringing in some other designs from somewhere else, it's very difficult. So,
yeah. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I mean, Google SketchUp is like kind of like this, but Google SketchUp's like really like simple kind of stuff, like right?
This is basically Google SketchUp.
I mean, which one would you rather use? Like, if
I would rather use Google SketchUp.
Really? So it's like
They have a pro version that actually costs money, but you can get it.
Okay.
And it can do a lot of things, but I guess at the same time, the AutoCAD 123D, it will kind of behind the scenes fix stuff that you might have wrong with your model. SketchUp requires a little bit more know-how of what's wrong with the model to fix it. That's what I like about Inventor. I can draw whatever I want, and I don't have to worry about the model not coming out printable.
Yeah, I got you.
So it works out pretty well. Plus, 123D does actually make like a 3D model into like stackable like laser cut section things.
Right.
Where like I could draw up like a 3D Tyrannosaurus Rex and tell it to make it laser cuttable, and it basically just stacks them and makes awesomeness.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I mean,
get a wheelchair. So
no, I was looking. They were talking about Inventor on here. It was an article about Inventor. Somebody had drawn that. So the final story, since we were talking about the Samsung Galaxy Tab, this is pretty awesome here. I just saw it come across my news feed here that American Airlines is going to offer Samsung Galaxy Tabs in their premium seating, the newest one, the 10.1 inch. So here's a little graphic here. They got a little, I don't know if this is actually, I think somebody just photoshopped this, but it's got an American Airlines logo on the back of the Samsung Galaxy Tab, so that's pretty funny.
Nice.
But this is suitable. I mean, don't you think? This is something I'd like. I mean, that's
yeah, that'd be cool. I mean,
would you rather have like a crappy display that you can't do anything besides watch the movies that they tell you can watch on them, or have a Galaxy Tab?
Well, some of them are like halfway decent, but
yeah, I guess nowadays.
Then they're gonna have to worry about like people taking the Galaxy Tab with them.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, complimentary tabs.
Well,
thanks.
I mean, we don't have to worry about that as a somebody flying. Oh, cool, a Samsung Galaxy Tab. Let me just take that.
I mean, I can see somebody from like Coach walking forward. They're like, "Oh, look, a tab."
Yeah. I don't know how they'd go about that. That's an interesting question.
They probably got some kind of sensor on it, and they're like, "Beep, beep, beep, beep."
Oh, okay, so they're
or it's like tethered to the seat with a wire or something.
I bet you they would do that. It's gonna have.
They probably got the security tab, thing.
Yeah.
And it's like locked in there with a key and
yeah,
attached to the seat.
Now they are mentioning on Engadget here that they're gonna modify Honeycomb a little bit to make it like what they'll do is probably have like a splash screen that tells you like kind of shows you an intro video or something. You know how they have at the displays like Best Buy and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They'll probably have something like that, and then they're also saying that it will have expanded memory because American Airlines might want to put some things on there that I don't know. Anyway,
here's the buckle up video.
Yeah. So, Jep, all things considering, I think this has been a pretty awesome episode of Gadget Gurus. Since it is our first time to do Skype for what? I don't know, 2 months, 2 or 3 months maybe.
Yeah.
Worked out pretty well. All right, guys. Well, you can follow Jacob on Twitter. Oh, gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick the right one. Is that it? Yes. Follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinhuge, FREAKINHUGE, and check out his blog, jacobroberts.me. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones, and check out my blog, nickjones.me. We got some pretty awesome episodes of our shows coming up this week. If you're watching live, stay tuned for PB at Night, because that'll be live right after this. I think we're going to talk a little bit about Twitter and maybe how both of us use it. I didn't run that by Jacob, but I think that'd be a cool episode.
I heard you talking about me when I came back in the room.
Yeah.
So.
I want to get your take, and I think it'll be fun. And then also on Thursday, we've got a new episode of Fab Lab coming up. You want to give us a little... I guess you already kind of previewed it for us.
It's pretty much going to be a big old T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's actually what it's called. Big O T-Rex.
Big O T-Rex. And then Jacob's not going to be here on Saturday, so Carlo and I will be... I can't say soloing. I guess I don't know. Anyway, we'll be running down.
Duetting.
We'll be duetting the tech news this week on Saturday at our regular time.
There won't be a trio. It'll just be a duet.
Duoing. I like that, duoing. That works.
Wait, never mind.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let's cut off Jay before he says something really weird. One more time, if you want to subscribe to our email newsletter, which should go out every Monday morning, pbcasttv.com/newsletter. And watch us live 24/7 at live.pbcasttv.com. So until next time, I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
And we are the Gadget Gurus.
Oh, yeah.